everybody, and welcome back to Football Manager 2023, the beta save with Newcastle. And I'm very, very aware that the full game is out pretty damn soon, so we need to crack on with this season. And you will see in the bottom corner, 6th in the table so far. I think it's going to be a bit of a push to say we're going to win everything before the end of this save. If we could win the Europa, I think that would be good. If we can qualify for the Champions League before I end this save, I think that would be good. As you know, we are playing this tactically to say we're changing things as they happen in game. We're not playing the gegenpress. We're seeing if the low block or a mid block and that sort of thing works in Football Manager. And so far, I think it does. I think what they've done with the match engine is bloody superb. We've lost one game, and it was to Tottenham in our last game, actually, which was a little bit annoying. You can see we've been sort of changing the formations recently as we come up here. That Tottenham's 5-2-2-1 DMAM was the one we really struggled with there. But a good win against Everton on after the last episode. Or was that? Oh, yeah, no, it was. Yeah, no, we had the deadline day, didn't we? Did deadline day. Then we beat Everton 2-1, even though Alexis McAllister missed a penalty. Drew 1-1 away at Man United. I thought we had got the win, but Ricardo Horta popped up in the 82nd minute to get an equaliser. We beat Villarreal away from home 3-2. Lovely stuff. Dan Burn with a header. Alexis McAllister did score a penalty. And then Alan St. Maximin scored in the 91st minute to give us a 3-1 lead. And they scored in the 91st minute as well to make it 3-2, which was interesting. A 0-0 draw at home to Watford. Bit disappointing, but we did get Sandro Tonali sent off in the 52nd minute. So we completely outplayed them even with 10 men. And yeah, I mean, I've just noticed that they bought 826 people. I know Watford to Newcastle's a long way, but that seems quite pitiful for a Premier League team. We beat Bournemouth 2-0 in the Carabao Cup. That was very easy. Kowal and Zalewski both scoring that one. Grant Kowal playing very well in that game, actually, up front. Doing a good job. And yes, we just lost 3-1 to Tottenham with goals for them from Davies, Heung-min Son and Harry Kane. So bit annoying. Dan Burn did give us an equaliser, but the last 10 minutes is basically where the game changed for Tottenham, and they got 2 late goals. We're going on to play at home Radnicki. I think you would say Nicky, obviously, if you're English, but because it's got a thing over the C, I think it's like Radnicki, Radnicki, probably Radnicki. That's what I'm going to go with. Radnicki. That's who we're playing. No other real news to talk about. Fred has agreed his move away. He's joining Almeria as the transfer window opens in January, so he's getting pretty much no game time for us between now and then. And yes, our Europa League squad's looking pretty thin because I ballsed up the registration. No, we just couldn't register some of our backup players, so not a huge loss. But yeah, we're playing Radnicki today. I have got I'm torn to do a top 5 things I like about Football Manager and top 5 things I don't like about Football Manager 23. I might do, to make the video a little bit shorter, my top 3 things I like and top 3 things I dislike about Football Manager 23 in the beta. And I also want to sort of get the video out about what I've learned in the match engine. It's just finding time to record these videos, because I'm recording this one on my lunch break at work. So don't say I don't put in the hours for you guys and girls. So yeah, anyway, we're going to pick our team. We'll be back for the game against Radnicki. Yes, nailed it. Okay then, sticking with our 4-3-3 formation, we've gone with a slightly rotated team to try and save some energy for the Brentford game. Nick Pope gets a place in goal. Baku is at right back because Joe Gomez is injured, which means Todibo also stays at centre back. He's got a slight knock. He is on the bench. Botman is the left-sided centre back, and Maxwell Cornet, who has been unbelievably good since we signed him at left back, is just ridiculous. It's amazing how well that's worked out. Gumaresh is playing as the holding midfielder. Tielemans and Willock in the middle. Elliot Anderson on the right. St. Maximin on the left. And Isaac is going to be starting out front. We've got 3 youngsters on the bench. Lucas De Boll, which is an amazing name. Jamie Miley and Harry Barkley as well. Numbers 36, 37 and 38 respectively. They haven't brought a full bench because we haven't loaded their league in, so they probably don't have enough players actually in the squad. I'm going to point the fingers and say I want a much better performance than we did against Tottenham. And I'm also then going to go hands in pockets. No, I'm going to go hands on hips of everyone and say I expect, which is something I don't normally do. But I think when we're playing an opponent that's such a lower level than us, as the music's on. Oh my God, I always forget. The music's on. Oh. I mean, it does make this intro a little bit better. It'll probably get quite repetitive and boring eventually. But there they are. There's Radnicki. and playing a 3-3-2-2 formation, a 5-2-2-1, maybe you would call that. There's the Europa League in the middle. I always forget the music's on in this. As the players come out from the tunnel, the referee takes the ball, and it does give it an atmosphere. I will admit that. It does give it an atmosphere. It is pretty good to see. Let's go through the lineups. That's when it should happen, right? It should play the music as they walk out and then say, let's go through the lineups. But here we go, into the game. I'll turn the desktop audio off for now, just in case something happens with my computer and it goes ding, as Windows loves to do. They're coming forward here, but we've won the ball pretty easily. Todibo into Tielemans, out to Riddle Baku, who again has been a good signing on this right-hand side. He's still going. We've got he's Isaac with a header. We've got a half-decent youngster in our youth system as well, called Ollie Jamie or Jamie Ollie, something like that. Jamie Oliver? No, he's a cook. He's a chef. It's something like that, though. And he played in he played in the Carabao Cup game against Bournemouth and did a pretty good job at right back, playing as that complete wing back. So, yeah, we can duck into our under-21s if we need to. And talking of under-21s and youth players, my main save, or one of hopefully two main saves on the channel when the full game comes out, I will be doing a Youth Academy only save, which I found on the SI forums, and I'm going to be doing that. And you guys can be doing it along with me, where there will be no signings. There will be only Youth Academy players. We'll be taking over a newly promoted team to one of the lowest playable leagues. Elliot Anderson is in and he's hit the bar. We'll be taking over one of the lowest... Well, one of the teams that is unplayable at the beginning of the game. So you holiday a year and then you take over a team that gets promoted to one of the lowest playable leagues or somewhere across Europe. And then basically getting as high through the seasons and up into Europe and hopefully Champions League and top division winners without signing a player. It all comes through your youth academy. So it's going to be a long term, mainly around tactics and training and development of players and all that sort of stuff you probably don't see on camera. And I thought it would be a good thing, fun to do. And then the other one I'm going to do is probably a Wrexham save where we can spend as much as we want and just go and win the Champions League with Wrexham because I love Ryan Reynolds. And yeah, it'll be fun. I did a save similar to that on Twitch last season and I didn't get to finish it, which was a little bit irritating. Tielemans puts us 1-0 up from the penalty spot. It's taken 11 minutes and it's his first goal of the season because, you know, I was trying to sell him, so he's not been in the greatest of morale. But anyway, that is my plans for FM23, and I imagine the Youth Challenge only save is going to be an all-game thing. It's going to probably take us from the start of the game life cycle to the end of the game life cycle to complete that or see how far we get. I'm very excited for it. I've never done something that in-depth around tactics and development because I've always had the opportunity to buy players. So I'm excited for it. If you're excited, let me know down below. If you're enjoying this save, leave a like on it. It's the best way to know what sort of saves you do want in the future. Well, the best way is to leave me a comment so that I can read it. But Bruno Guimaraes hits the post. But anyway, I've been talking plenty because I thought this game would be a bit of a walkover, but 26 minutes in and we're only 1-0 up and it was a penalty. Yes, we've hit the woodwork twice, but we probably do need to play a little bit better. So let's go on to the attack and we'll potentially look to make our whole team slightly more advanced. Look at how deep they are. We can probably get our back line to push up a little bit more because we don't need to play that defensively here. Isaac's there, it's 2. Just as I'm saying we haven't done enough. It's 2-0. We'll leave it as it is. Alexander Isak with a great header from Elliot Anderson's assist. The youngster stepping up to the first team very, very well, to be honest. As Willock missed his header, but Bruno Guimaraes picked out Elliot Anderson. It was a first time volley cross and Isak there with a great header. Keeper's got no chance. 2-0 Newcastle. Bruno Guimaraes with a free kick. This one is well saved by Piech in goal. And yeah, we've got a corner and nothing's going to come of it, which is a bit of a surprise because we're normally very good at corners. I bet if Dan Burn was on, we probably would have scored. Another free kick then. St. Maximin's going to float this one in, which is odd because his passing is pretty terrible. And Sven Botman heads it wide. We are by far the better team. They've had one shot and it wasn't on target. So Maximin swings this one in again. He's obviously very good at indirect free kicks, but I'm pretty sure I've set it up to be Tielemans or Bruno Guimaraes. I'm not too sure why St. Maximin is now taking them. But anyway, Sven Botman on the ball into Bruno. Over the top. St. Maximin is terrible control. Tielemans is fouled again. And this should be a bit better range for one of our more suitable penalty takers, which is Bruno Guimaraes. Penalty takers, free kick takers. Bruno over the wall, hints to the side netting. Keeper probably wasn't too worried about that one. Half time then, 2-0 up, and we are in control of this one very, very well. So I'm going to say we've created loads, and the scoreboard reflects that with a 2-0 lead. Get back out there for the second half. We'll look to rest some of our more senior players, let's call them, somewhere through the second leg. Your Alexander Isaacs, your Tadibos, Bruno Guimaraes could do with a rest. Maybe Cornet as well if we're going to start him against Brentford. We'll have to see how it goes. This is probably a good time to actually potentially try a different shape. 2-0 up in a game that we're probably easily going to win. I'm wondering if we go to a 4-2-3-1 as Isaac is there, rather than the 4-3-3 we're sort of playing at the moment. Do we push someone higher up and see if we can get a different sort of shape going? I'm wondering if, dropping Tielemans back and getting him on the ball a bit more as maybe a Regista, but probably a deep line playmaker on support, and then getting Willock up here. Joe Willock can play as an attacking midfielder. He can do it. An advanced playmaker apparently. I'm sort of thinking we'll leave you on attacking midfielder on support. Just again, it's an attempt of a different shape. Let's mix up what we're doing just so the players get, a little bit of a different way to play and have a think about what we want to do. Let's mix up our crosses. They don't have to be whipped in for Alexandra to run onto. As you can see, we're still not countering and counter-pressing. We like to counter-press when we lose the ball, but when we win it, we get into our shape so that we can have our passing lanes as we want them to be. And we're still playing the mid-block with a little bit of a press. It's not anything like traditional gegenpressing, and I'm happy we're having success without playing the gegenpress. So let's try it. Let's step up more. We'll still try and trap them inside. We have got the two holding midfielders there. Let's step up. And with that step up, we'll play a higher line and just see if we can. I'd still like to actually dominate the ball. So we'll stick on shorter and a slower tempo. Let's see if we can get that play and see how that works. So Bajic has the ball. He's got Cornet next to him looking to make an effort as Stankovic has got a lot of space. In it goes to Bajic, who shoots Nick Pope with the save. So the little change of formation doesn't look too good at the moment, but I think we're going to make some subs because I do want to rest. Appears very happy, having a good game. I really don't want to take him off if that is the case, but we do need to think about. I don't have a striker on the bench. The only striker I've got on the bench is Anthony, who I don't really want to bring on, and I don't want to put some Maximin on front. Isaac, you're playing the full game. If you're having fun, mate, we'll leave you out there. We never thought we'd take you off. Let's get a youngster on. Yuri Tielemans off. Jamie Milley is going to come on. Lucas De Bol, I have played him once before, and I'm sort of thinking, let's put him on. He's called Lucas De Bol, and he's Scottish. How have I not noticed that before? He has played. He went on loan to Hamilton. I swear he played a game for us. Oh, it might have been a pre-season friendly I bought him on for. But Lucas De Bol, let's rest Alan St. Maximin, who's also having a semi-decent game. We'll put Lucas De Bol out there. Do I bring all the youngsters on? Yeah, why not? Let's rest Tadibo as well. We have got some. Let's undo that last one. Barkley will come on, but it'll come on later. We need to get Kumbula some game time. So Kumbula will be a normal central defender on defend. Botman, which means we need to switch these two over. So Miley at holding midfielder wants to be a ball winner. So you can go and chase the ball down on support. Bruno will be a half-back on defend. Botman will now become a ball-playing defender, and we're going to say you to bring the ball out from the back with dribble more. Cornet, Baku, Pope, all good with that. Debole, Willock, Anderson, and Isaac remains up front. Lovely stuff. Barkley can come on for probably one of the fullbacks, according to he can play all across the back four. Lovely. Free kick then. Bruno Guimaraes has another go from another free kick, and Pajic is equal to this one again. Good to see the youngsters come on, really. It's always fun to bled a few youngsters in, and I'm going to have to get used to it, aren't I, if we're playing Youth Academy only. So Obrenovic comes forward down the left-hand side. He's got a few men in the box now. It's looped towards the back post. Good header. Cornet was out jumped, but Nick Pope is not going to be beaten by that one and does well. You can see they have come into it a bit more since we've changed the shape and gone with something that not all the players are familiar with. So it's just interesting to see how it plays out as we get another highlight. Popovic into Durovic, into Meresetic, Djurdovic, back to Mershetic. It's very hard to say these names. As Kumbula didn't even jump, didn't even fancy it. It was literally landing on your head, Kumbula. Literally landing on your head, and you didn't head it. Now I'm worried that we're going to concede another, and it's going to be 2-2 because I've made I mean, what is Kumbula doing? He's a highly rated centre-back. We bought him in from Roma last year, and he's just... that is unbelievable. Luckily, we do have the people that's still on, which allows us to actually go back to, you know, a bit more of a traditional shape that we were playing before. So Mazzala on support. Miley, you still want to be a ball winning on defend, which isn't... It's not ideal, mate. I'm going to be honest with you. Right, let's go back to our normal shape then. What are we doing? We were on attack. I do have this formation saved. I don't know why I'm just not going back to it. Play out of the defence, play through the middle. I think its tempo is standard. Passing is shorter. Mix the crosses. Don't work the ball into the box. From here, don't step up more. Trap them inside. We'll go back to our standard line. And I think that's pretty much it. Why do I feel like something's missing on this one? I feel like something's missing on here. Is it distribute? Was it distribute to centre backs and full backs? No, that doesn't look right. Anyway, we're back to our general normal shape as it's got to 2-1. But Kumbula's had a nightmare there. He's on a 6.5 and rightly so. Terrible defending. So free throw in is what we're going to say. Baku into Anderson, tries to cross it first time. Popovic is there. Bruno gets beaten in the air, but that'll be easy for Sven Botman to pick up, who should now bring the ball out from the back and does. And he's still going. Sven Botman shot from range. He fancied it. He really did fancy it. Right, we're going to make, with 5 minutes to go, we are going to bring on Harry Barkley, the other youngster, for Cornet. And we're going to drop these guys back because, yeah, they don't look really suitable to do what we want in this position. Baku can probably still say as a complete wing-back. But, yeah, we could shore this up a little bit more as well. Let's bring on Sandro Tonali just for a bit of strength in the middle. We'll get you as a box-to-box to run up and down with your energy. And, yeah, Willock had a, not the best game rating-wise, but kept it pretty solid through the middle. As we tick time down, it's been a lot more comfortable since we went back to our normal sort of system and shape, which the players are learning. Here is Tonali. Free kick straight into the wall. Bruno Guimaraes won't be very happy that he took that one off him. Out to Sven Botman, who's pulled out to the right-hand side. Botman still going, ball in, looking for De Bolle. But I say De Bolle because I think he's going to be Italian, but I know he's Scottish. De Boll. De Ball, Lucas De Ball. That's northern. I don't know what accent that was, actually. Into Isaac. Isaac up to De Boll. The Bowl, we can call him. Into Dokic. Dokic back to Pjecic. It's cleared away. This could well just be a highlight that sees us through to the end of the game. Barkley, the youngster, picks it up. Down the line to his mate De Boll. Dokic clears it away. Tonali still there. Back to De Boll again. Cross in towards Isaac. It's cleared. And Kumbula does actually manage to remember to challenge for a header this time. Popovic. Into Petkovic. Good tackle from Miley. Isaac into Tonali. Tonali shoots and he's hit his own man. Bruno out to Baku. Baku, low cross into Anderson. Anderson cuts it back. Tonali's there. It's a lovely goal, to be fair. His second goal of the season for Tonali. 3-1. That is game over. And a good, Miley won the ball back in midfield. Lucas Tonali had a shot that literally hit Lucas De Boll right in the face. So the youngsters getting involved. And, well, we brought Tonali on to give us a bit more energy, and that is what he has done with his fresh legs. To make it 3-1, as the final minute just ticks down now, this will be the end of the game. It's a very comfortable win for Newcastle. A consolation goal for Radnicki. And, well, there could be more in it here because Isaac fancies another. He fancies a goal bonus. Ball to the back post. Anderson gets a head on it. Saved easily by the goalkeeper. And that will be 3-1 Newcastle. I'm going to call it there. It's a big clearance. Just blow the whistle, ref. Just literally blow the whistle. There we go. Full time. 3-1 Newcastle. So top of the Europa League group is lovely to see. 2 wins from 2, 6 points. Villarreal got, a draw with AZ, who beat Radnicki in the first game they had of the group stage, which is fine. In the Carabao Cup, we've got through to the 4th round, but we've been drawn against Arsenal, which is just a right pain in the arse when you look at who we could have got Luton, but no, we've drawn Arsenal, which is annoying. FA Cup, we haven't entered it yet, and we are 6th in the league, about to take on Brentford, who sit in 15th. So we'll be back for that game in just a sec. Okay, so we've rested players, as we know, through European football, and we can go with our strongest 11, I think. Onana in goal. It will still be Baku at right back, although Joe Gomez is available. He's not fully fit. He has been deputising at right back a little bit. Todibo at right centre-back. Dan Burn will come in next to him again. Those two have made a pretty good partnership, to be honest. Left back, I think we will go Matty Target, but Cornet has been... I mean, if we just have a quick look at him, he's played really well. 3 appearances, 1 assist, a 7.3. He has started incredibly well in his sort of time at Newcastle, and it's 4 and 4 assists for Matt Targett, so we can't really complain, although he does take corners, so he's getting a lot of assists for Dan Burn. In front of them, Bruno Guimaraes will start in front of them, although he is a little bit tired. In the centre midfield role, next to them will be Hakan Çalhanoğlu, and next to him will be Tonali, who scored that late goal in Europe. On the right-hand side will be Anthony, on the left-hand side will be St Maximin, and through the middle, Alexander Isak, and then plenty of players to go on the bench. Nick Pope as the goalkeeper. We'll put Sven Botman on there. We will put Joe Gomez, Zalewski, Cornet, Tielemans. We'll go with Kuol. We'll go with Marlon. And we got one space left, which we're unfortunately going to give to... We're going to give to Busio, actually, because he's a little bit more defensive. So missing out, Elliot Anderson, after his good performance in Europe, is a bit harsh. I could put... No, we need Marlon as a striker. And Joe Willock as well, who we'll say is tired from European football. But all in all, it's a good team. It's just how... So Brighton, we got the report through from Brighton to say they're not brilliant at defending down... They're not brilliant at tackling, sorry. That's what it was. They're not amazing at tackling. So I think what we're going to do is try and convince our players to actually... We'll sit more narrow, but use the width more, and try and run at them. I think I like that idea. Again, we're going to put back to mixed crosses. We'll keep the defensive and the out of position stuff the same at the moment, and if it looks like they're getting in behind, we'll drop off. I'm not too fussed to change that, but let's get into it. So into the dressing room then. We're going to say... I think our home form is important, or should we go and say do it for the... No, let's do it for the fans. I don't think I've said that much this year so far, this early on. So, again, I'm expecting solid defending. I'm expecting to dominate the midfield, and I'm expecting you to score some goals, Alexander Isak. Given impressive Newcastle were against Radnicki, surely you're looking for a repeat performance. Look, it's about momentum. It always helps to be as prolific as your team have been recently, right? If you can score goals, you've got a chance. How important will it be to score first? We want to score, and that is what we always try and do. So, here we go then. 4-1-2-2-1, 4-3-3, however you want to call it. Anthony, St Maximin. This is our strongest team, I think, for what we have at the moment. Brentford line up with Tony up front. Marmouche, who got 2 against us last season, a very good free kick taker. I'm hoping we can take advantage of that, though. I might play for set pieces. I might encourage not the team to dive, but I feel like playing for those set pieces, for those corners and free kicks, might actually really help us out. As Pinnock has it into De Silva. De Silva goes out to Sorensen up the line, and he's passed that straight out of play. We'll say good defending. Corner then, we are playing for set piece, and here he is, Matty Targett. 4 assists from 4 games so far. Couldn't find Dan Burn. He's being marked by Sorensen at the back post. Dan Burn back into Bruno Guimaraes. De Silva clears away, and it's gone. So yeah, I think this year, what I'm enjoying most, and I will do a video about this, what I'm enjoying most is the scout reports seem to make a difference. If your scouts come back and tell you something, I feel like you can implement it into the match engine this year, and it does actually really help you. And you can actually take advantage of things where I think last year you made changes to your tactic and it just messed everything up. You couldn't see the nuances work. But yeah, right now, well, we're playing well. St Maximin out to Anthony. It's a lovely ball. He's got past his man Anthony. Across goal, no one's there. St Maximin keeps it alive, but Norgard can clear it. And Tadibo will pick up the loose ball, and we know that he loves to bring it out from the back, over the top, into Hakan. Hakan across goal. Anthony across goal. Isak's there! And it's eventually come. I mean, Anthony's ball originally across goal was superb. But 5 minutes in, we take the lead against Brentford, and it is this wing play that has made the difference. Tadibo brought it forward, and he's gone over the top into the wings to Hakan, who's actually run off his man. Anthony picks it up. Lovely volley. Isak's there. 1-0 Newcastle. So, cleared away, but Baku is on hand to pick it up. Into it, Tadibo again, who again will go on one of these lovely runs we love him to do. He's still going, Tadibo. He's had a shot. It's absolutely high, wide and handsome. But, yeah, it's exciting me seeing him do that, because that's what I want him to do. Maybe not shoot, but bringing the ball out from the back with that dribbling, more dribbling. Yeah, that's why we brought him in. So, free kick, Hakan to take it. He's picked up a little bit of a knock. It's cleared away. Ivan Toney won't get there, though. Bako gets there first. Into Anthony. Ball to the back post. St Maximin's there! Come on, and he's onside. It's 2-0 inside half an hour here at St James's Park. And the only thing we've got to be concerned about is Hakan able to stay on? It was cleared away, but we keep 3 people back, and Baku just uses acceleration to get there first. Anthony, lovely little cross. That's 2 assists for Anthony today, and St Maximin ain't going to miss that one. 2-0 Newcastle. What is up with Hakan? A foot injury. 6.8. He's injured but wants to play on. I think we make that change early. We do have Tielemans on the bench, which is a pretty good replacement to bring on. Not as good as Hakan Çalhanoğlu, I think, on the ball with his passing distribution. But in terms of what Tielemans can do when he gets the ball, it should be perfectly fine. Christoph Ayer on it, up to Correa. I'm going to assume this is because we've just said to make a sub. I'm not sure anything's going to come from this. De Silva, ball through, looking for Marmoush, but Baku's pace, again, gets him out of trouble. Whoever recommended him, thank you very much. He's been a very, very good right back for us. And I think does offer more than Kieran Trippier. Isak, ball in, left-footed shot off the post. Oh, and it's cleared. Christopher Ayer clears it off the line. Baku looking up again, and you can see this again. The scouts said they can't tackle very well, so we're going down the wings, we're running at them, and it's paying dividends at the moment. 8 shots to none. So into half-time we go then, which is lovely. Look at that absolute domination for Newcastle. And I feel like you've just got to say you've absolutely blown them away. Let's go and do it again. Everybody's delighted with that bit of praise. We do have a couple of yellow cards in here that we could potentially just say, you know, don't give away anything too stupid. We don't want to be going down to 10 men. And straight away from the second half, so Maximin's in behind trying to lay it back, but couldn't find his man. And yeah, what a game we're having against Brentford at the moment, who are managed by Eddie Howe. So what I'm learning from this is we're a better manager than Eddie Howe. Simple. So free kicks, and Maximin again taking it. It's a great ball. Todibo's hit the bar. Oh, Todibo, so unlucky. Damsgaard's trying to launch a counter. Todibo isn't our outlet for attackers. Damsgaard actually has gone down injury. Byrne puts it out. It looks pretty bad. A calf strain is what it's saying for them. I assume they'll take him off. So Pinnock with a free kick into De Silva. Jensen on it. He's trying to release Marmoush, who we've kept him quiet today compared to the last time we played Brentford. Jensen, loads of space on the edge, fires it home. 2-1 now, and I'm wondering. We looked very short at the back there. We had dropped really, really deep. Jensen has just come on. I think we need to go and press him when he gets the ball, especially if he's on the edge, and we'll fly ourselves into tackles on him. As you can see, we do have a little bit of a thing going here. I think actually what we're going to do, let's go and press. When their midfielders get the ball, wherever they are in midfield, yeah, Jensen's on it. Let's press them. Let's press them when they get it in midfield. I think that's a pretty sensible thing to do. Baku up towards Anthony. Mamouche back defending. Tonali wins the header. St. Maximin lays it back to Target, but Mbuemo comes in and it's going to bring the ball away. Target pulls him back. It should be a yellow card, to be honest, for Matty Target. That one, I think he may have got away with it. So, goal kick. I mean, the most annoying thing is that's Brentford's first shot on goal and it went in. Target up the line to St. Maximin, who's lost the ball, but he robs Jensen well. St. Maximin still going with it, really indulging that instruction of run at the defence. Todibo has the ball, brings it out to Anthony. There's the overlap from Baku, up to Tielemans. Lovely football from Newcastle, this one. Yuri Tielemans all the way back to Bruno. Bruno into Baku. Baku crosses it. Isak's there. Good save from Raya in goal. But yeah, good flowing move. I'm not, I was going to say I'm not too upset with that. No, it was really nice. Corner ball, though, for Brentford. Can they have 2 shots, 2 on target? Jensen is going to swing this one in. Oh, great claim from Onana there. Really, really good. Baku has also picked up a yellow card, so let's just make sure he doesn't get sent off. He picks the ball up now from Onana. Baku up the line to Anthony, who's been such a good little loan buy from Man United. St. Maximin crosses in. It's not a good cross from Alan St. Maximin. And I'm just thinking we may just make us a little bit more balanced in terms of shape with 10 minutes to go. We don't want to be throwing a 2-0 lead away. Oh, great pressure there from Isak. Isak shoots. It's over the bar. But yeah, I think we'll change our shape in just a second, I think. Right, Sorensen, don't make me regret waiting to change my shape, please, FM. Sorensen had the throw into Marmoush, got it back into Pinnock. Bidstrup, Tony. Jensen puts the ball through. Marmoush. How has that gone in? It literally looked like we tackled him. Honestly, it looked like we tackled him and it's just deflected off him. We have thrown away a 2-0 lead. Yuri Tielemans has come on and an absolutely sod all. Bruno Guimaraes is going to come off to be replaced by Busio. Gomez for Baku because he's looking absolutely knackered. I don't really know what else we could do here. I mean, Dan Burns not having a great game. Let's get Sven Botman on for him. That's 4 subs. We've got 1 left. Do we go slightly more attacking? Maybe we do. Maybe we just go slightly more attacking in terms. I mean, we could drop off, but we need to go and get the win now, don't we? Let's go attacking in our shape. 5 minutes to go. We're going to throw away a 2-0 lead. It's really, really gutting that. And time is ticking down. Let's, for the last couple of minutes, we're going to put on the youngster QL for Tonali. And we're going to go to a 4-2-2, but slightly more defensive. We'll get Anthony just to drop back a little bit as well. Tielemans can try and dictate some play from there. Busio plays the halfback still, but yeah, it's not been. They've had 3 shots on target and we conceded 2 goals. That is annoying. Matty Target. They've gone to a back 5. They're happy with this. Kuo onto the byline, crosses it in. Isaac tries to go for it. Gomez brings it down, but it's full time. 2-0 up, a 2-2 draw. They've had an XG of 0.43. That is awful. Look at this. We've absolutely battered them and not been able to put it in the back of the net. And you can't blame the strikers. They've all had a good game. Maybe the midfield is where we lost it. Not tracking our runners. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I'm going into it and saying it's disappointing. We should have won that. 2-0 up. I'm going to leave it. What's his face? Steve Round. Not Steve Round. He's at Arsenal. Tyndall can do it. Super sub Jensen rescues Brentford. So, yeah, we obviously didn't react quick enough to then putting Jensen on. Isaac, we're going to have to play Real Sociedad a bit more money and appearances as well. Anthony gets 2 assists. So, we'll say quality choice of passing over there. And Ten Hag was there looking at how Anthony's getting on. So, he'll be happy with that one. Right, we are going to plough through the season again. I think I said we would come back for maybe the AZ game, but I'm sort of now thinking let's plough through a little bit more and get to December, and we'll come back for the end of the group stage and play Villarreal and either Fulham or Aston Villa, depending how we're feeling, by which time we'll also know what strengthening we'll have to do in the January. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below what you think about all the videos, the suggestions for the long-term series that I'm going to do on the channel, and how are you finding FM23? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.